Hi fam, Green Glamourista here, and today I wanted to talk to you about how you can reduce waste in your kitchen. It should come as no surprise that takeout containers and plastic water bottles are the behemoth at creating plastic waste when it comes to our kitchens. Making the choice to cook at home more will definitely help solve this issue. Meal prep in advance so you're not stuck scrambling and starving. We've all been there. Hungry, it's late, we don't feel like it, we're not in the mood, we don't have the ingredients, whatever the case may be. These are the moments when we end up ordering Uber Eats and getting that super unhealthy food that's delivered to us in super unhealthy packaging. And if we had just had the foresight to be more prepared, these incidences would not happen. If you are going to order in, do try to support businesses that support the planet and use compostable packaging and minimal plastic. And this is obvious, and I'm super happy that lately everyone's been jumping on the bandwagon with their Stanley Cups. I personally opted for Lark because it comes with UV cleaning technology. And also you can attach a filter to filter out all the nasty stuff that you don't want in your water. So I highly recommend investing in a good water filter and a water bottle so that you can sustain yourself and the planet. Another amazing swap that you can do if you haven't done so already is switching to a titanium cutting board. This will go a long way in keeping microplastics out of your food and also from being washed down the sink and into our waterways. With all the options in food storage nowadays, there is no need for plastic. I mean, these are kind of plastic, but the rest is glass. No plastic touches the food, which is great. But they also offer beeswax food wraps, silicone. These are great for any jars or round fruits or vegetables. And if you absolutely need cling wrap, guess what? It comes compostable now. When it comes to grocery shopping, I know how easy it is to get bogged down and opt for a delivery service. When I do, I try to make sure that I use a service that uses paper delivery or boxes, such as Whole Foods. And if I'm doing the shopping myself, I always try to remember my bags. If this is an issue for you, make sure that you leave them in your car or hanging somewhere close to the door.
100,000 marine animals die each year due to plastic waste. Plastic bags are a huge part of this because they're often mistaken for prey.
Buying things that you can in bulk will also go a long way in helping prevent waste. Once you've made the switch to buying in bulk, your dry goods will last a lot longer if you make an investment in something called a mason genie. Now let's talk coffee, and for all my tea drinkers out there, let's give you the tea. Everyone knows that the Nespresso machine was a godsend in its simplicity and ease of use. However, these pods have become detrimental to our planet. Some companies do offer mail-in recycling programs, which is great, but if you want to take it a step further, you can get a reusable pod like this one, where you just fill with ground coffee of your choice, which is also great, I think, because I like my single origin, shade grown USDA organic coffee. But hey, that's just me. You do you. And for all of my tea drinkers out there, if you don't already, you should also have a reusable tea strainer and consider using loose leaf tea. This will go a long way in keeping plastics out of your body and out of our oceans and out of our planet. Now, let's talk food waste. Gardening is no longer a hobby reserved for those who have a yard. You can garden now whether you've got a patio or even just a hallway. There are hydroponic gardens now in all various size ranges, so anyone can take part in this. They make gardens for studio-sized apartments now. And one of the first things that you do on their website is calculate how much produce you likely throw away in a year. Once you come to the realization of how much money you're throwing away every year, you'll see that a garden is in fact very affordable. If you live in an apartment building, make sure that you're making use of your garburator system if you have one. This goes a long way in giving any food scraps a second chance at becoming fertilizer. And if you have a home, you should be composting. Again, this will go a long way in helping your garden. If you are a meal prepper, congratulations. Good for you for doing your part. Now, to prevent that food from ending up in the trash or down the garburator, make sure that you're freezing anything that you know you're not going to want come day 3. Before tossing your food scraps, consider whether or not you can use them to make something else, be it a broth or fruit leather for that fruit that's just on its last legs but not quite ready to be tossed yet.
Another tech-savvy way to help eliminate food waste is to download the app Too Good to Go. This application hooks you up with local restaurants, grocery stores, bakeries, and even hotels. They will sell you items that would have otherwise ended up in the waste bin.
The last issue on the docket for turning your kitchen into a renewable wonder is cleaning products. Okay, so first I wanted to touch on paper towel. I do realize sometimes you just have to use paper towel. I get it. But when you don't, they do make paper towel-like products now that can be used. You can use cloth. This is specifically a cloth designed for windows, so you get that streak-free without having to use paper towel. If you're looking for task-specific cloths, eCloth is your brand. 400 million plastic sponges get tossed out annually in America alone. So switching to something that's made out of natural fibers can have a huge impact. Meet Grove. Grove is a B Corp certified company that will mail you all of your cleaning needs on a monthly or bi-monthly subscription. You can skip and cancel anytime you choose. For things like dish soap and hand soap, I love that they come in aluminum, which is infinitely recyclable. Another thing that I love are their little refillable concentrates. So basically I use this tiny little, very easy to recycle glass bottle, and I add water and put it in a reusable bottle. Their trash bags are made out of 65% post-consumer recycled material. Also amazing. And all of their shipments are carbon neutral, so you can shop with them guilt-free, knowing that you're doing the most for your planet. If a subscription service is not your bag, I totally get it. Everyone's got different lifestyles. Just do try to shop refillable and plastic-free if you can. That's a wrap on making your kitchen sustainable. And now, don't be hard on yourself if you can't do all of the things all at once. Just remember, perfection isn't sustainable, but progress is. Make baby steps. And just remember that if it's good for you, it's good for the planet too. Ciao for now.